you're in the community, because we want to do JVs, we want to help you, which means you can ask any question at any time forever, and you're going to get the question answered. A lot of companies out there, they just churn and burn, churn and burn. It's not in my vision, it's not in my values. You know, we want to do long-term relationships. Now, if you want personal mentoring from me, that's something we can discuss at the boot camp. I take a few people under my wing every year, personal mentoring, and that's something we can discuss, okay, guys? But the 3-day boot camp, ladies and gentlemen, it's also going to be about business, because a lot of you are employees and you've had jobs, and we need to work on your mindset to turn you into a business owner, a business thinker. A lot of it is spent on negotiating and selling and how to actually get investors and landlords and agents to work with you. We spend a lot of the 3 days as well working on mindset and confidence. And also we do this really powerful social media section where I show you exactly how to use your telephone and social media to ultimately build up your brand and to raise money. So it really is the complete package. You know, we don't hold anything back. We don't dangle any carrots. And we promise you at the end of those 3 days, you are literally ready to go out there and start changing your life in your chosen strategy. Is everyone a little bit excited about this, by the way? Yes or no, guys? Yeah. I am so excited about it. So let me talk you through what we can do right now for just some of you. It is on first come, first serve, because we're just so tight on numbers. I wish I could accommodate everyone. I can't. And we don't want to turn ourselves into a sausage machine factory. So we do one course a month. It's always pretty much fully booked. We don't want to do any more than that, because why? We are property developers, aren't we? You know, we make our money in property, working with investors and doing deals. So the investment normally into the Millionaire Bootcamp is £3,997. And what I'm going to do for you guys now that join me, I'm also going to give you this. Now this is a property business in a pen drive. Because I want you to start making money tonight when you get home. So this is everything you need in order to get started. Legal documents, contracts, home study programs, templates, processes, training with videos. You also get access to a members area. No word of a lie, okay, and there's no fluff. What's on there is valued at £10,040, true value. It's stuff that I've personally created or stuff that I've bought myself, and you're going to walk out with this today. And that means you can get going tonight. There's a whole series of videos. So, you know, there's a good chance you're going to be close to getting your first deal before you come to the boot camp, or you would have made some really, really, really good ground. Now, what I'm looking for, and this is what we've just opened up, is we have what's called the Assets for Life Scholarship Fund. Now, what is the Scholarship Fund all about? This is where I will be taking a very small handful of you right now, today. I will take you under my wing, personally, on the Scholarship Fund. And as a result of being one of our scholarship members, we will pay for a very, very high percentage of the training fee. But there's some caveats. So there's some stuff that I need you to do. Number one is when we get your first deal, you allow me to use that as a case study in my slides. So you become one of my new testimonials. I can use you on my slides, I can use it on Facebook or maybe YouTube, or I can put you even on one of my banners. So raise your hand if you would be happy for me to do that. So nice and high, please. Okay, fantastic, that's good to know. The second thing, and this is the best thing, when we get your first deal, you have to treat me to dinner, okay? Raise your hand if you're willing to treat me to dinner. Okay, that's really good, guys, yeah? Who here actually wants to do the boot camp and actually come and spend time with me? I know we've got to figure the price out. We'll make that work. Let me just see who you are that actually wants to join me now. Wow, that's about 45 of you, about 45 of you. So look, what I'm going to do right now, you have to be an action taker. What I'm not going to offer people later on this afternoon, so as an extra special bonus right now, because you are my VIPs, number one, you've got access to the scholarship fund. And number two, when you join me in the next few moments, I am going to give you a full day on one of our land development sites, completely free of charge. You're going to come and spend a whole day with me and my business partner on the Loughton development. You're going to come and meet our chartered engineer, our architects, our main contractor, and we are currently building 12 flats on a commercial space with a GDV of 5.5 million. The profit on the deal is 1.1 million pounds, and I've done the entire deal using none of my own money, okay? But I'm only going to do that for you guys. I will not be offering that out later on this afternoon. So what I can do, guys, I am looking for 20 people only. I can only do it for 20 people. Okay, I know all your hands have gone up, which is really good. You have to understand, to get in this now, there is an investment to be made now. Okay, you have to understand that. We can make it work for you. So if you really wanted to do some form of a payment plan, we could. You do pay a little bit more for a payment plan because I'm not a bank and I've got teams and that in play. So for the first 20 people, guys, that want to join me right now and get the scholarship fund, get all the bonuses, get the day out in Loughton, also come and join me and I'll take you under my personal wing. The investment, guys, is not £4,000 plus VAT. It is just 1970 plus the VAT, okay? 1970 plus the VAT. If you want to do installments, it's just a few £100 more, so you can spread it over installments. It's 1970. But that gets you into the scholarship fund and that gets you started immediately and we get you up and running, okay? So this is not going to be available. I've only got the first 20 people. Who wants to join me, guys? Hands nice and high. Wow, okay, hands nice and high. Stand up for me if you're in the first 20 people and you understand there is an investment to be made. Is that correct? Hands nice and high. And you are willing to do everything I'm asking you to do. Is that right, guys? Yes or no? So, okay, I'll buy the dinner, yeah? So, like, ladies and gentlemen, I need to make sure, okay, go and see the team, make the payment. Go see the team you're in. Number one, number two. Now, guys, I forgot to say something. If you're here with a business partner, I'm going to do a 2-for-1 offer. Now, it can't be someone you've just met here today, because I'll make you kiss each other, yeah? But if you guys are here together, it's 2-for-1, go see the team. Guys, everyone that wants to join me, the first 20 people, go to the back of the room right now. Come and join me. Quickly go, guys. I can only do the first 20 people. Go and see the team right now. Guys, if you're sitting here and you're worried about the investment, we will make it work for you, don't worry. You can pay a deposit. You can still get the scholarship fund and then you can pay off the balance. Guys, but you do need to make the payment now. It's only 20 people that I can take on the scholarship fund. I'm afraid I can't do any more than that. Go and see the team, guys. Just stay at the back of the room. Yeah, I'm going to come there too. Go for it, go for it. Yes, fine. Speak to the team. We can take cash. Yeah, speak to the team, guys. Go and see the team right now. Go and see the team right now. We've not yet finished, guys. We've not yet finished. That's fine. So great, guys. Go and see the team. Now, guys, remember you do need to make payment now in order to be in the first 20 for the scholarship fund. I know there's one or two of you here that want to do it and you've got maybe a bit of a block or something. We've still got the rest of the day, okay? So keep an open mind. I'm almost certain we're going to get all 20 scholarship funds filled, and they are the people that get it at the discounted price. And obviously my team will report back to me in the next few minutes. Is everyone had a really good session, by the way? Yes or no, yeah? We're going to have a really nice Q&A session again a little bit later today. We've still got a bit of time now. Has anyone got a question for me now? Go for it. What's your name? I can't hear you, but go for it. What's the question? What's the question, Eleanor? Okay, just come forward. You'll have to shout. I'll repeat the question, guys. What's the question?
Do you invest in something else or just in property?
Okay.
Do you invest in work? What is the best area to invest in?
Okay.
UK?
And the next question?
There is in my my country, but I know there is, I just forgot how they call it exactly. When you buy the property in the process of building, there is exactly what. Do you think this is a good idea?
Oh, no. Okay, so questions are, guys, questions are, do I invest in anything else but property? Yes. I have multiple businesses. I have multiple streams of income. So I invest in stocks and shares. I invest in gold. I invest in cars. I invest in watches. I invest in funds. And of course, I invest in multiple streams. Now, to be truly wealthy, you need 5 income streams. How many? 5. You need 5. And they need to be in different areas. Now, you might only have 1 at the moment, which might be your job. You need to really break out of that as quick as possible, and you need to get to 5 as quickly as possible, yeah? 5 as quickly as possible. Great question. Second question is, do we get involved with deals where we're buying them before they're being built, like new builds? No, we do not, because when you're buying something off plan, there's no comparables. So buying off plan is not a good investment decision. Yes, you could be the person building it, but don't buy off plan properties. You want to buy stuff that is at least 4 to 5 years old. Good. Keep the questions coming, yeah? Okay, best area to invest in UK. The whole of the UK is pretty good. It depends on you, depends on your strategy. My recommendation is that you invest no more than 1 hour from where you live. How long? 1 hour. Now there are caveats to that, like I've got a portfolio in Crewe and Stoke, but I've got a really good joint venture partner there that looks after it for me. But typically speaking, I'm going to want to invest within an hour from where I live. Why? It's because I don't want to be on the road for too long. I want to get to know my local area. I want to build a relationship with the agents, the investors. So when you're investing locally to you, you get more time to search for deals. I don't want to spend my life up and down motorways. I want to be near my portfolio. I want to be able to scale my portfolio. Now, that's not to say you can't do it the other way around. That's just the preferred choice. Okay, cool. Good stuff. Yes, my friend.
What would you suggest if you were like working with friends or
Okay. So if you're working with friends and family members as investors, you need to make sure, this is so important. I don't know if you've ever worked with a friend or family member before and it's gone wrong, and you've maybe lent them some money, and then when you ask for the money back, they're like, how dare you ask for the money back? I can't believe you're being so rude. You don't need the money back, surely. You need to make sure whatever you do, certainly with friends and family members, that you have contracts in place. Shareholder agreements, loan agreements, JV agreements. Okay, that's really important, yeah? Go.
And a first-time buyer buy from auction.
Yes, you can buy from auction.
What are your top 3 recommended books? Decide on your own.
Cool. So top 3 recommended books. Wow, that's a really good question. I like Millionaire Mindset by T. Harv Eker. I really like that. I like Burn the Bullshit, which is a really good book. That's a really good book. And I also like Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. There's just 3 off the top. I love books, so they're just 3 of my top picks, yeah. The first one, I can't remember what I said now. What did I say is my first one? Yeah, Millionaire Mindset by T. Harv Eker. Ladies and gentlemen, guys, team, can we make sure that we're not open yet? We're not open yet, guys. 5 minutes. Alex, you need to be bodyguard. Oh man, I just reeled them off my head, yeah? So, Millionaire Mindset. What was the second one I said? Yeah, Burn the Bullshit. I can go through a bit more of my reading list later as well, yeah? Guys, everyone who's joining us now on the scholarship fund, can we give these guys a big hand, please? A big, big hand. We have very, very limited places. If you've not yet joined and you're a little bit on the fence, I'm here all afternoon, so let's keep an open mind. And depending on how many places we have will depend on what I can do later in terms of the price. But the scholarship people, you've definitely got it at the reduced rate, okay? Of 1970 or the instalment price. Right, one more question. Go for it.
Why do you say this, now is the time to go into?
Now, wow, good question. So the question is, why is now the time? Well, we've got fear and uncertainty at the moment. We've got elections, we've got Brexit, we've got Donald Trump. Prices have started to come down slightly. And what's happening with new tax changes, people are on the fence. People are a little bit scared and nervous, and this is the time to pounce. There's lots of property strategies where you can make money. There's lots of availability on the market, and property tells us since 1088, when they started to record property prices, that property is the #1 asset class and prices double every 10 years. You can't beat history. And they recorded property prices in 1088. You guys have been absolutely brilliant. We're going to go into session in the next 5 minutes. Thank you so much for being my VIPs. I love you all to bits. We've got a great session coming up next. Big round of applause for you guys. Big round of applause. It's after lunch, carb coma can kick in. So let's go back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and forward again. Yeah, that's it. Nice. Stretch it out. You've got some moves going on over there, girl. Arms in the air, nice and high. Fantastic. Right, take your seats. Take your seats. So welcome back, everyone. Okay, cool. Welcome to this afternoon session. Welcome to this afternoon session. Is everyone having a good day? Yes or no, guys? Yes. I've got some great stuff coming up for you now. And what you've got to remember in property, it's like learning how to drive a car. You know, before you know how to drive a car, you know nothing about driving a car, right? And you have to go and pay to have lessons, and you have to go and have your lessons, and at the start you're a bit nervous, and you make a few mistakes, and you have a few bumps along the way, and then you build your confidence, and then you get faster, and then you know how to do a roundabout, and then you know how to go to a dual carriageway, then you move up to a motorway, and then all of a sudden you pass your test and you get your license. Learning how to be a property investor developer is very similar. You're going to start small. You're going to follow a system. You're going to take your time. Yes, you're going to make a few mistakes along the way, but you will get your first or next deal over the line relatively quickly. It really doesn't take that long at all. And once you've done one, you've then got the blueprint, the property freedom formula, to go and do your second, your third, and your fourth. Guys, I've done over 50 property deals now in just 4 years. Either rent-to-rents, flips, buy, refurbish, refinance, developments, land deals. And when I got into this, doing it the right way, I had no idea, zero idea what to do. I only done it because I raised joint venture finance. I didn't even use any of my own money. And then you build up your wealth and you invest in the right areas. So let's have a look at the golden fundamentals of property investing. You need to be clear on your vision, your mission, and your purpose. You then need to decide on your 80-20, and I'll talk you through that in a bit more detail in a minute. You've got to focus on big lumps of cash and cash flow. You've got to invest for long-term wealth creation. You've got to have your assets pay for your liabilities. This is really important because at the moment, you use your wages to pay for your liabilities, your wages to pay for your trips, your wages to pay for the things that you do in your life. That needs to stop like ASAP. You just need 1, 2, 3, or 4 assets. So what you do is you reverse engineer it. So if you want to have a new car, you need to find out how much that car's going to cost you, and then convert that from cost to assets. Well, how many assets do I need to pay for the car? If you want an extra holiday a year, you need to find out how much that holiday is going to cost you, and then figure out where you can invest in order to pay for that holiday, to pay for that liability. And this is what you do. This is what the smart investor does. You also need to build a strong power team, and you need to leverage. You've got to be active on social media to build your brand. You've got to focus on your highest key result areas, your KRAs and IGTs. IGT stand for income generating tasks. You've got to invest in your education. You know, you are your biggest asset. You know, investing in yourself is the best thing that you can possibly do. And you've got to enjoy what you do, have fun, and raise your energy. If you can just raise your energy by 5%, your bank balance will increase, because you're going to become a magnet for investors, a magnet for finding deals. You're going to become an entrepreneur, a business owner. So let's have a look now at 80-20. Now this gets very exciting, because I introduced you earlier to the property portfolio matrix. That was all the different property strategies that you can do. And what I teach is 80-20. So what do I mean by this, ladies and gentlemen? I mean that 80% of your spare time is focused on your primary strategy. And 20% is focused on your secondary strategy. So for example, if you've got, say, 10 hours spare a week, and you only need 5 or 6 to get going anywhere, but let's just say you can find 10. 8 of those hours could be spent on, say, building your rent-to-rent business, right? And then 2 hours a week might be spent on deal packaging. Or 2 hours a week might be spent on your commercial conversion or land development part of the business. And this is what happens over a period of time. You build up this initial business of, say, rent-to-rents. You get yourself 5, 6 or 7 of those within the first year. And then you systemize that business with processes and procedures, and you might bring in a member of, say, a team member to then look after it. You move that over here. You've still got the income. Your 20%, which was here, now becomes your 80%. And then you can bring in a new property strategy, which then might be lease options or serviced accommodation or whatever you then want to do. And what happens over the next 2, 3, 4 years is you build up multiple streams of property income. And then you can decide, so I've got, you know, a thriving property business. We've now got over 15 members in the Assets for Life team. And I spend less than 5 hours a week on the property side of the company because I have it leveraged. I bring in great people. I use systems and processes and procedures. You know, I ensure that the company's still growing, and I focus more on raising money and vision and strategy. And it's great being your own boss because you can network with people. I spend a lot of time hanging out, you know, with investors, potential business partners, having meetings. A lot of you that follow me, you know that I travel a lot. I'm always away every 5 or 6 weeks. So for me, it was really important to have a mobile lifestyle business. I love traveling. I don't really have an office. Like, I have an office, but I don't have a seat in my office. That's not leveraged. I can operate from my phone, from my laptop, anywhere in the world. It wasn't like that back in 2015, but I created that. That's the lifestyle I wanted. And this is why it's important for you to understand what sort of lifestyle do you want. So let's have a little look at who's in the room right now. Raise your hand if you want an income replacing strategy and you're going to focus on rent to rent. So rent to rent looks like it's going to be that main strategy for you. Let's just have a quick look. Okay, interesting that is. Who wants to buy and sell property and do flips? So flips and make big lumps of cash. Okay, so we've got some people in. Okay, that's good. Who wants to follow buy, refurbish, refinance, use investor funds, own the houses, but get houses for free. So houses for free, okay? And who feels they want to go straight into commercial conversions and land development deals? So commercial conversions, okay, cool, wow, good stuff, yeah? Who put their hand up for everything, by the way, because they were so say, okay. Now remember, you can't do everything at the start. You need to get focused on your 80-20. And this is why it's important to do the things you want to do. Now George is here, good friend of mine, George is here. So hey, do you want to say hi, George? Hi, George. So George does commercial conversions, land development deals. Now George was sitting in where you were sitting not so long ago. How many months ago George was? So January, George, is that when you done the boot camp? Or?
No,
That's the first time you came to this event. So that was in January this year. Then you done the boot camp in when?
April.
So done the boot camp in April. And now you're an academy, so we're mentoring you, which is fantastic. And already George has got deals on the table, big commercial conversion land development deals. So that deal you're looking at the moment, George, do you know roughly what your profit is on that deal?
I'll have to do a full analysis, but I'm thinking between 3.5.
So is that the profit or that's the GDV? So that's the GDV, 3.5. So what would the profit be on that deal? If we're working on 20, say 25%, you know, you're going to be looking at £1 million, aren't you? Yeah? Yeah. So 900 to £1 million. So this will be George's first ever deal. No previous property experience. He's come and got trained by me. And he's set to make £1 million on his first deal, ladies and gentlemen. Raise your hand if you like a bit of that, by the way. Yeah. George, you just want to stand up, introduce yourself, because I know you're looking for some investors. So if anyone's in the room and you're an investor, you can go and see George in the networking break, yeah? So just want to say who you are, George, where you're from.
Hello, my name's George, I'm from London.
Hey, George!
Hello, and I'm, as Liam just mentioned, I've done the boot camp, I'm an academy member now, and I'm looking for investors to move this deal forward and generate as much money as possible to help everyone.
Brilliant.
To come together as a team.
Brilliant. So look, a lot of these people were here, you know, like you were in January. You didn't really know me. You stalked me online for a little while. You came to one of my events. What would you say to anyone here who's thinking about doing the boot camp, George? You know, what was your experience, honestly?
It was very minimal, but coming out, it's a lot to take in. It is a lot.
It's a deep dive, isn't it? Yeah.
Intense. It's a lot to take in, but you have to take the action to implement everything.
Exactly.
That you've been taught.
So when I talk about what these guys are going to get on the 3 days, am I being honest? Yes or no? Yeah. Is it going to transform people's lives? Yes or no? You've got to take the action. And this is what we say, you've got to take the action. George is taking the action. He's applied himself and he's set to make a serious amount of money on his first deal. Now, George hasn't gone in to do rent to rents. He's just gone straight in to do the bigger stuff. Some of you will do rent to rents and the bigger stuff later. Some of you will do flips now. That's your decision, and we'll help you decide that over the 3 days. Give George a big hand, please. George, a big hand. We've also got Antonia here as well. Hey, buddy, do you want to just stand up? So, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Anton.
Hi, Anton.
I was in the boot camp in May.
In May, so just a couple of months ago.
A couple of months ago, it was a great experience. We set up business straight away, the week after we set up
Yeah.
business. And we already started to see some deals, and we have something in the pipeline. We have just to put things down, and we're going to start.
Cool. So why have you come back to this event today?
I came because actually I introduced some friends of mine.
Nice.
Few of them, because I believe it's a great event to open your mind and see things in a different way.
Nice.
And we need to see things in a different way, because many times we feel like, oh, I'm missing this, I'm missing that. So this is a great opportunity actually to see that everyone can actually achieve it.
Right, that's a really good share. So you brought people back to the event and obviously taking the advantage to go networking. So guys, you know, we're building a community here. It's a really special place. Give this guy a big hand as well, please. So I want you to be thinking about, where do you see your 80-20? What's going to be your primary strategy? What's going to be your secondary strategy? Because immediately you're focusing on 2 revenue streams. The next point, which is really important, ladies and gentlemen, is leverage. Because if you try and do this all on your own, you're going to get a bit stuck. You need to leverage. What is leverage? The ability to influence a system or an environment in a way that multiplies the outcome of one's effort without a corresponding increase in consumption and resources of time. So leverage is all about finding people that, number one, can do the things that you're not very good at, and number two, the things that you don't enjoy doing. I want you focusing on the big stuff. I want you focusing on the stuff that's going to give you the biggest return in the shortest space of time. Now, what's some of the things that we can leverage in property and in our lives? Have a little think. What can we leverage? What could we outsource to someone else?
Money.
So money, brilliant. So we're going to leverage money and we're going to find investors. What else can we leverage, guys? Yes. Rent collection, yes. So you can even have someone looking after the entire portfolio for you. To this day, just so you know, and I've got over 100 rooms in the portfolio, to this day, I have never checked a tenant in. I have never checked a tenant out. I have never signed an AST with a tenant. I don't get involved with any of the tenant issues. It is completely leveraged through systems, processes, and a property manager. I don't get involved with it. It's not a good use of my time. I need to be focusing on what? Deals, money. Deals, money. More deals, more money. So that's a great share. What else can we leverage, guys? Yes, George?
Your time.
So your time, you can leverage your time. Exactly. So you can, with the minimum amount of time you have, you've got to focus on your high key result areas. What else can we leverage? Who else do we need in our team, ladies and gentlemen? Who else do we need? Go for it. What's that, sorry? Knowledge, yes. So you can leverage other people's knowledge. So we can go out to people like solicitors, architects, builders, contractors, chartered civil engineers, bookkeepers, accountants, agents. You get these people to do the work for you. Yes.
You can leverage trades as well.
The tradespeople, yes. You.
I'll recommend you to these people if you work for me.
Yeah, so you can build relationships and you can create win-wins with people in your power team. But I am very leveraged, and I focus on raising money, social media, vision and strategy.
You can leverage investors.
Leverage investors, what? To raise money.
Well, if they've got the money, you know the investors, you'll probably know a deal person who's doing.
Yeah, so you can bring the two together, can't you? You can find someone to find deals for you. Now, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. We've all got the same 24 hours in a day. So why is it some people are able to become millionaires with the same time and other people are not? It's because what we do in the 24 hours is really important. So I'm going to give you now a few things that you need to leverage immediately as quick as you can. So you're going to want your pens and papers out. You're going to want to write this stuff down. This is going to be really good news to lots of you. Number one, the first thing that you need to leverage is the cleaning in your house. Stop cleaning your house, man. It's a complete waste of time. How many hours do you spend a week cleaning? 2, 3, 4, 5 hours? That's 5 hours that you could spend on raising money, finding deals, looking on Rightmove, building relationships. You need to outsource your gardening immediately. What a waste of time. You find someone to do that for £8, £10 an hour. You can also leverage your admin work. Like, I don't open letters. I refuse to open an envelope. Why would I want to do that? I get a PA to do that, and she tells me what's going on in my life. So admin work, filing paperwork, you need to leverage that. You can find someone on Fiverr or People Per Hour or onlinejobs.ph that will be your VA for £200 or £300 a month full time. You can find people to go and do your logo design, your website design. You need to outsource bookkeeping immediately. Unless you are a bookkeeper and you're doing it for relaxation, fun. I don't know who would do bookkeeping for fun. Some people love bookkeeping, right? Accounting, you need to outsource that. Shopping is another one. You shouldn't be walking around Tesco's. It's just like, hey, if you're not rich, why are you in Tesco's? Get someone else to do the shopping for you. Order it online. Do a repeat order. Because how long does it take to go around Tesco's? It takes a long time. You've got to drive there to start with. That could be 20, 25 minutes. Then you've got to park up and you get a parking space like 300 miles away. That takes time. Then you've got to argue over the trolleys. Then you've got to walk round up and down the aisles. That takes time. Before you know it, you've been in there 2 bloody hours. That is 2 hours, and I'm being deadly serious, that you should be spending on high income generating tasks. Finding deals, finding money, building your brand, talking to clients, out networking. Now, occasionally, you will find me in a supermarket. And that is only when my wife calls me and I want some bonus points. Please, babe, can you go? I forgot the milk or something. Then I'll go. But other than that, I need to be focusing on the business. Is this all starting to make sense? Yes or no, guys? Yes. Now, I am very good at sitting down with someone and I will find you 15 hours extra a week on average. 15 hours that you didn't even think was possible. And then what I'm really good at doing is I'll sit with you and I will tell you exactly what to do in those 15 hours in order to get your first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 property deals over the line. I will literally step it out for you step by step by step by step. And this is exactly what we do at the Property Millionaires Bootcamp. And once you understand this, and then once you follow what I tell you to do, it really doesn't take long, and you go and get your first or next deal over the line. Just like this property here, ladies and gentlemen, this is a lease option deal. Now this is very exciting, and let me explain this to you. So originally, this house was up for sale, and the vendor sold the house. And then the day before exchange, the person buying it decided to pull out the deal. So is the vendor at that time, is the motivation high, guys, yes or no? They want a deal on the table like really, really, really quickly, yeah? So we got the phone call, we went and saw the homeowner, we went and saw the agent, and I realized the reason this person wanted to sell. They were in serious financial trouble, they couldn't keep up with their mortgage, and the guy that owned the house wanted to move to Manchester, he wanted to pay off some of his debts, go to Manchester and be closer to his daughter that was in university. So there's my opportunity there straight away. So I said to this guy, I said, look, I'm going to buy your house now, but I'm going to pay for it later. So I'm going to buy now, I'm going to pay later, I'm going to give you X amount of pounds for it, and in the meantime, I'm going to give you double what your mortgage payment is. So this means you can pay your mortgage, you've got some cash flow, I'm going to take control of the property, I'm going to convert it into a HMO, and then in 4 years, I'm going to execute my option. I said, is that really going to help you out? He said, that really helps me out, because he sold it to me, I've not got to pay for it till later, he gets cash flow, and I take control of the property. So lease options is taking control of an asset, but without having to part with the cash now. In order to do that deal, the option was £1. Raise your hand if you've got £1, by the way. Hands nice and high. Okay, great. Well, you can definitely do lease options. We've now got 6 rooms in that property at £500 a room, £3,000, minus the rent to the landlord, £700, but that's coming off the money we owe anyway over the 4 years. Bills at £85 per room, minus the voids and maintenance. Profit on one single lease option deal, £1,640, ladies and gentlemen. This is the type of cash flow that you can see. Now, what do you think has happened to the value of that property over the last 3 years? Has it gone up, guys? Yes or no? It's gone up, hasn't it? Yeah? I've got 1 year left on my option. Do you think I'm going to go ahead and buy it? I'm going to go ahead and buy it. How am I going to buy it? I'm going to use joint venture funding. And I've now had, well, I will have 4 years cash flow. I've really helped out a motivated seller. This is the sort of stuff that you can do when you understand. Now, you are currently walking past houses like this all the time. All the time. and you just don't have an understanding of how to structure the deals. Now, you can probably tell by now I'm quite a motivated individual. I have a lot of energy. I've got a lot of love to give. I'm really passionate about property and finance and wealth creation. It really is the thing that just gets me going all the time. And one of the things that millionaires have in common is that we watch, listen, or read motivational content every single day of our lives. We continuously go into our comfort zone. We continuously go into our stretch zone and we push ourselves. I'm now going to share with you one of my favorite motivational videos.
There will never be a point in your time in your life where it's the right time to do a great thing. If you wait for that perfect moment, that perfect time, it's not going to happen. You know what you have to do? You have to create the perfect time and the perfect opportunity and the perfect situation. So a lot of people become comfortable. They stop growing. They stop wanting anything. They become satisfied. People get ready to go to jobs that they don't like. Jobs that are making them sick. You see, when you're not pursuing your goal, you are literally committing spiritual suicide. When you have some goal out here that you're stretching for and reaching for that takes you out of your comfort zone, you'll find out some talents and abilities you have that you didn't know you have. When the messenger of misery visits you, what are you going to do? What will keep you in the game? There are things that you think you'll never need to know, that you may only need to know one time in your life, but that can save your life because you have that knowledge. Unless you attempt to do something beyond that which you've already mastered, you will never grow. What is it that you looked at some point in time and you decided that you couldn't do it, that you talked yourself out of it? You're waiting on your next door neighbor to make it happen for you, it may not happen. If you're waiting on your mother or your father, they may be so ancient in their thinking that they don't understand this opportunity that you have. And if you're waiting on them, it may never get done. You don't beg average people to be phenomenal. You don't beg good people to be phenomenal. You just are phenomenal and you will attract phenomenal. What reason can you remember that you can call on, that you can reach on, that can make you get back up? Find that reason. If you're not where you are, if you're not where you want to be, if you don't have what you want to have, if you're not where you think you should be at this particular place, it has nothing to do with the system, but it has everything to do with the fact that you're not making the sacrifice. I want you to make that dream become a reality, because if you don't, you will be working for somebody else to make their dreams become a reality. Everybody is against you or don't believe in you no more. And let me tell you something, that's a lonely feeling. It's a lonely feeling, particularly people that you're doing it for. Most people take their greatness, take their ideas to the graveyard. Listen to me, if it was easy, everybody would do it. There are people right now who are working who don't want to work. There are people who hate their job, they keep getting up to do it. The wealthiest place on the planet is the graveyard. Because in the graveyard we will find inventions that we never ever were exposed to. Ideas, dreams that never became reality. Hopes and aspirations.
I'm going to want some music at some point soon. So I need someone to do some dance music when I say put it on, blast it up. Yeah.
What drives you?
Yeah, mate. Just hang around, mate.
Day after day, workout after workout, obedience after obedience, day after day.
When things don't work out for you, when things happen that you could not anticipate, what are the reasons that you can think of that can keep you strong? You will never ever be successful until you turn your pain into greatness, until you allow your pain to push you from where you are to push you to where you need to be. Stop running from your pain and embrace your pain. Your pain is going to be a part of your pride, a part of your product. I challenge you to push yourself. See, it's easy to be on the bottom. It doesn't take any effort to be a loser. It doesn't take any motivation, any drive in order to stay down there at a low level. But in 86,400 today. And what you do today is what you see there, who you are. Nobody will talk about what you did last week. That the biggest enemy you have to deal with is yourself. There's an old African proverb that says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. You have this opportunity of a lifetime. It means absolutely nothing if you don't take advantage of it in the lifetime of this opportunity. I gotta say that when life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it. If all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it. See, it's time now. If you want to make this your decade, you've got to start saying yes to your life. You've got to start saying yes to your dreams, yes to your unfolding future, yes to your potential, as opposed to saying no. When you die on E. Leave no dream left behind, God. Leave no opportunity left behind. When you leave this earth, accomplish every single thing you can accomplish. Listen to me, you're going to be here one day, but you'll never get here if you give up, if you give in, if you quit. And finally, guys, you got to want.
Decided to go on that lead that morning, and I got in that car and I went to Jay's house for 2 o'clock, and he opened the door. I sold him solar panels. Fast forward 4 years, I'm standing here in front of you now. My life has been transformed, and if I can do this, you can definitely do it. So when you think a door is closed, you are just one decision away, ladies and gentlemen, just one decision away. And I started to say yes again in my life. What are you going to say? You're going to say? Yes. Louder, guys. Say? Yes. Even louder. Say? Yes. Say yes to opportunity. Say yes to being successful. Say to yourself right here, right now, I am going to make a lot of money in the next 12 months. I am going to be a property investor. I am going to create massive financial wealth for my futures, for my family. I am not going to let anything or anyone, certainly the monkey on the shoulder, get in my way. Would you agree, guys? Say yes or no? Yeah. We're going to say yes. How do you do it? The property freedom formula. You are just 7 simple steps away from achieving the goals that you want to achieve. We've got mindset, funding, site finding, appraisal, planning, construction, and the exit. 7 simple steps. How can you learn this? You come and attend the 3-day Property Millionaire Boot Camp. It's our advanced training. It's the best in the UK. These are some of our previous graduates. There's Chris Hopkins. He's now gone on to reach financial freedom. He's graduating at the boot camp. And as you can see, the settings are very, very, very intimate. Here is a video from one of the boot camps back in 2017. So I want you to have a look at this now, because this could be and will be you literally very, very, very soon. Okay, hi everyone, it's me and Ryan here, and I'm one of the co-founders of Assets for Life. We're a boutique property investment and educational business, and we are just moments away from starting our 3-day flagship property educational course, which is called the Property Millionaires Boot Camp.
Well, I went to the Mastery Summit, and I really liked what Liam was saying, and it was very interesting. So I was keen to get involved in the next aspect, which is where I am today.
I decided to come on the 3-day course because it was intensive, but it had a lot of content because of Liam and the way he presents himself. And also Jay. Jay has a lot of knowledge in construction, and I'm very interested on that side of things myself as well.
Well, you learn quite a lot. It's a very intensive course with some great content. One of the key things that stands out to me is about mindset. If you don't believe you can do it, then you won't do it. Anyone can do it. We're all human beings. We've all got 2 legs, 2 arms, and we're all given the same opportunities as anyone else. It's what you do with them.
My biggest takeaways from the last 3 days have been around the basics of business, and that was something that's really rung true for me. We went back to deciding what the core values of your business are, your mission statement, your vision statement, and just really honing the business plan. And that for me, I think has been absolutely invaluable. I think it's really important to set up your business and lay those foundations, excuse the pun, to make sure that you are completely ready to go. Otherwise, you can't build and grow as fast as you'd like to.
Yes, I would recommend this course. People have said you don't need to do education. You can pick up all the information from networking events. You can pick up information from networking events, but you do get accountability from coming on a course like this.
Well worth coming along to meet these guys, get a bit more knowledge on the property, to refine your own strategy. Yeah, come talk to them, get involved with them. You never know, you might be able to do a joint venture with them as well.
Those that are going to come here, they're going to take action, they're going to get a deep dive into our complete 7-step system, which is known as the Property Freedom Formula. This formula you can use in any property strategy: mindset, funding, site finding, appraisal, planning, construction, and step 7 is the exit. How are you going to make your cash? Are you going to buy and sell? Are you going to buy and keep? How are you going to maximise your room rates? How can you sweat the assets? And we're going to be showing people today how they can do this, and you can also do this using none of your own money. And we have been able to build a £7.1 million property portfolio in just the last 2 years, consisting of 34 property units and a value of £7.1 million. So just think, what is that going to do for your life as and when you achieve financial freedom? Wow, fantastic. Give these guys a big, big, big hand, please. A big, big hand. Now, someone that was on that 3-day boot camp is actually here today. So can we please give a warm welcome for the one and only Emma. Emma, come and join us. Have you got the handheld mic? The handheld mic. Where's the handheld? Great. Great. Give Emma a big hand again, please. Right, brilliant. Hey, you guys, we are?
Yeah,
oh, brilliant. So Emma was at that boot camp, and you know, you're part of Assets for Life. So you just want to say who you are and where you're from.
I'm Emma, part of Boscombe Property Group in Bristol.
Hi, Emma. Hi, Emma. Brilliant. So that was back in November 2017.
Yeah.
Wow, you've been with me like 18 months now, which has been brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, where were you at in your life before you met me and you came to that boot camp? What did life look like?
Life was really, really bad. Registered disabled with depression and anxiety, couldn't speak to anybody. I hid at the back of the room and wouldn't even talk to you.
Well, I know that you almost didn't come to the event, and Scott, your husband, who's also here today, he sort of dragged you there, and then we had a little chat because you were like just freaking out, you know. I don't know if anyone's had depression here or anxiety, or you know someone that's been in that position. It is horrible. So I said to you, look, don't worry, chill out, like you're going to be fine, just sit at the back of the room, listen and learn. And really that 3 days really gave you that confidence you needed and that boost you needed to get out your own way and start piecing your life together again. Because you're a mother of 4 kids, you know, and you've had a good life and you was at a bit of a crossroads. So really, what did the boot camp do for you?
Gave me the belief that it is something that you can do. Everybody can do it. You just got to put the work in and take action to do it.
Cool, so it gave you that confidence you needed, gave you that boost. I then started to work with you, mentor you. So again, just for transparency, I started to mentor Emma. And actually, in the first 3 or 4 months, we didn't do anything property, did we?
No, not.
What did we do?
It was all about my mindset and giving me confidence to go and speak to people.
Yeah.
And get me out.
So we've done a whole load of exercises. I kept in touch with you, weekly calls, really worked on your confidence building. And then in the March 2018, what did you do?
You've got me on stage in front of
300 people, ladies and gentlemen. Emma done a presentation in London in front of 300 people just a few months after she literally couldn't leave her house. If that's a big achievement, I don't know what is. Can we give Emma a big hand, please? But then we sorted you out, and then it was time to get into deals. You know, it was time to make some money, yeah? So what actually happened, and what was your first deal like on your doorstep?
Yeah, we built a house in our garden.
How cool is that, guys, yeah?
Well, my husband built it, I just done all the paperwork and all the rest of that stuff. I'm a bookkeeper, so I'm the one that likes the boring stuff that he does.
So they built a house in their garden as their first land development deal. And what's been the profit? 'Cause I know you've just refinanced, I believe, or it's about to go through, isn't it? Yeah. But once you pay everything off, what's your profit on that first deal?
I think it's about 65,000.
£65,000 profit, guys, from just building one small house in their garden. Who here would like £65,000 as the first deal? Show me a hand if you would. Yeah, this is the power. So you built this house, you're going to make 65 grand profit, which is fantastic. We've become like really super cool friends. And then you just landed a big contract not so long ago, maybe 6 months ago.
Yeah.
How does that look?
Running 150 beds in a hostel and a restaurant.
So 150 bedroom deal, managing the complete thing on a rent to rent, working directly with the owners, guys. 150 units. That deserves a big hand. And what would you say to anyone here that, you know, because, you know, guys, you're the action takers, right? You're here, you've got out of the bed this morning, you want to do property, am I right, yes or no? Yes. So the next logical step is to get the best training, to get the advanced training. What would you say to anyone here that might be a bit nervous about the training? Maybe they're not too sure how they're going to fund the training. Maybe they're not in the best financial situations. Maybe they're feeling a bit nervous. Is it right for them? What could you say, Emma, to help these guys, make a great decision?
Just take it with both hands. It's life-changing. The 3 days, if you've got a credit card, we put ours on a credit card. It was just, I mean, obviously we pay that back, but you just got to take the opportunity. You'll get to learn so much, and you'll make lifelong friends as well.
So you'll make lifelong friends. You'll be part of an amazing community. You know, you're going to be able to get in, do business with us and really transform the things that you need to do. You know, Emma's just one of many people that we help. She is absolutely amazing. Scott, her husband. Scott, just say hi. So there's Scott, everyone. So again, go and have a chat with these guys. They're fantastic friends of mine. We do stuff together. I'm so proud of you. And I know you're just building momentum. Can we please give it up for Emma, everyone? So cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are you going to learn at the boot camp? You're going to learn everything you need to know to start, scale and grow your property business. You're going to learn about below market value. You're going to learn how to structure your deals. I'm going to teach you about branding and social media. I'm going to teach you about your website creation and your content. I'm going to teach you how to go and negotiate with letting agents and landlords and vendors and estate agents. I'm going to talk you through company structures. We do a whole session about paying less tax legally and how to set up your business. I'm going to teach you how you can work alongside other people in the community and how you can maybe join forces with people. We're going to talk about how you can JV with me and my business partner. It really is life transformational over the 3 days. I absolutely love running the 3-day boot camp. We are so limited on numbers. We only run them once a month. We're always fully booked at 50, 55, 60 people. We will have a few places available for some people in the room today. And it really is a way where you can start moving towards your financial goals, and you can ultimately get out there and replace your income in as little as 90 days time. Who here would like to replace their income honestly within just 90 days? Raise your hand if that's you. Yeah, well then the boot camp's definitely for you. I'm also going to show you how you can go and make your first £250,000 lump sum payment through developments, flips, land development, commercial conversions. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, it is easy. Once you spend the time with me, and I'm going to give you everything, like I don't hold anything back. At the end of that 3 days, you are literally ready to go to do another deal if you're an existing investor, or to go and get your first deal over the line. These are some of the past boot camps that we've run. You can see they're very personal, they're very intimate, they're run by me and my business partner. Now, the boot camp is not going to be for everyone. Who is it not for? If you're in the room right now and you are currently making £25,000 a month from an existing property portfolio per month, then the boot camp's not for you. You're going to need more personal one-to-one mentoring from me, so we can have a discussion about one-to-one mentoring. It is for you though if you want financial freedom. It's for you if you want to start building a legacy, if you want to get out your day job, reduce your hours in the business. If you want to be part of a strong community, then the boot camp's definitely for you. If you want guidance and support, you want to change your mindset, you want to give back to local communities, you want to be an inspirator, a motivator, a leader, then the boot camp is definitely for you. It's for you if you want me to hold your hand through the process and teach you step by step, bit by bit, how to go and become a professional property investor, even if you're just going to do this part-time to begin with, 5 or 6 hours a week. Guys, pens and papers out, please. These are the dates. These are the up-and-coming dates. So everyone, please, pens and papers out for everyone, please. We've got an event coming up in just a few weeks in July. We've got 1 or 2 places. We've got a few slots for September and October. And if you can't make those dates, don't worry, because we will have something in November, maybe early December, and then we can start again in 2020. So they do sell out super, super, super fast, but we will have a date that will work for you at some point over the next 4, 5 or 6 months. The important thing today is to get yourself committed on. Get yourself in the family, start learning the things that you need to learn. These are some of our existing members that have gone on to achieve fantastic results. This is Cornish, ladies and gentlemen. Getting educated with Assets for Life has been the best decision I've ever made. They've given me a proven system and support needed. Now, at first, I was nervous and skeptical. However, this 100% works guaranteed. My first deal I made, £100,000, ladies and gentlemen, on his first deal. Let's give Cornish a big, big hand, please. Do you think he made a good decision coming on the boot camp? Yes or no? Yes. This is Simon. You saw Simon earlier. £1 million, his first investor. He's now completely financially free. This is Sandra Sparrow. Now, I've got permission to say this. When she met me, she was the most timid, insecure, shy lady you will ever meet. Like, ever meet. She came and spent time with me. I trained her up, and she said, I retired and I realized I was in big trouble. My pension pot wasn't enough to live on. I never knew property was so simple until I met Liam and Jay. I had no experience, a lack of confidence. However, Liam and Jay showed me the way. My life has been transformed, and my first rent-to-rent serviced accommodation deal. Now, if you remember, what's the average amount you'll make on one deal per month per property? £1,000, right? Her first ever property deal, £30,000 a year profit, ladies and gentlemen. Give Sandra a big hand, please. So how did she get that deal? She got the penthouse apartment overlooking Ipswich Town Football Stadium. So she rents out all the time to all the football fans. Big parties, £30,000. Now, what was the best thing about this? When she got that first deal, she pulled up to my office, and she knows I'm a really big Galaxy lover. She come running through the door with a kilo bar of Galaxy. She literally come and gave me like the biggest kiss on the lips. She looked me in the eye, gave me a big hug. She said, Liam, you've transformed my life. She said, I have never made £30,000 in a year, let alone a property deal. She said, you've given me courage. You've given me conviction. She said, me and my husband Phil are going to have a nice retirement now. She's now doing HMO deals. She's raised close to £1 million in joint venture finance. She became our property manager for a short period of time. If Sandra can do it, we can all do it. Now, this is Jess and James, ladies and gentlemen. Now, again, for transparency, he is a private client of mine. I do not mentor that many people. I just don't have the time. But if you ever get the opportunity to be personally mentored by me, then I would highly recommend you step up and take that opportunity. This is Jessen. He's a personal client of mine. Let's listen to his results.
Hey, Jessen here. I just want to share a quick message about something extremely special to me. That is the environment assets of life. Now, listen, I've been working personally and one-to-one in mentoring me, and in the last 4 weeks alone, I've just bagged my first deal. Now, this is not a regular deal. I just landed a direct-to-landlord, no money down deal for over 20 properties on a HMO basis. Now, you do the math. Each of those properties are netting me $1,000, $1,500 per month. That's easily 20 to 30K per month for my first deal working with Liam. Now, listen. You get the opportunity to work with Liam, grab it with both hands and hold on to it and make sure you do it now. He's going to take care of you. He's going to make sure you get the best deals. Look, I'm going to be working with you for a very, very long time. First deal, 20 to 30K. You can do this. Anyone can do this. None of your own money. Make it freaking happen. Take action. Don't be in the majority of people. Be in the minority because it's lonely at the top. Get up there. See you at the top.
Wow. For Jessen, please. He got a direct-to-vendor deal with Abdul in Woking. I went out to Woking. We met him at a Costa Coffees. We went through the complete deal, and he took control of 20 properties on a rent-to-rent basis. So again, I do personally mentor Jessen. He is now doing a land development deal in Maidstone where he is building 97 flats. He's done none of his own money. He is set to make a serious amount of money off the deal. The mentee is doing bigger deals now than the mentor. I've not even done a 97 flat new build, yeah? So this goes to show what happens as soon as you get involved with this stuff. Now, what also I'm going to do, guys, today I'm going to give you the Property Millionaire Suite. This is a complete property business in a pen drive, and real value is over £10,000, okay? You've got everything in here where you can get started tonight. Documents, templates, home study programs. You have everything you need. Who wants to make money tonight? Say yes! Yes. So you're going to walk out with that today, those of you that are able to secure a place. It's got everything on it. Product brochures, home study programs, all the analyzers, the bigger analyzers, the webinars, the business plans, the investor template PowerPoint presentation. I paid £1,970 for that. I paid £2,979 for this one. This is real value, no fluff. This is what you're going to get. The investment, ladies and gentlemen, into the boot camp is £3,997 plus the VAT. So it's not the cheapest course out there, but it's definitely the best course. And if you come through one of my sales funnels, you pay £3,997. If you call the office, you pay £3,997. What I'm going to do today for just some of you is I'm going to do something very special, like very special. Now, I have already announced this to people in the VIP lunch. Now, those of you that were in the VIP lunch, what I'm about to offer, is it spectacular, guys? Yes or no? Yeah, don't say what it is. And pretty much most people in the lunch took me up on the offer. We have a few places left. Now, as long as I can make this affordable for people, who here is really serious about taking their property business to the next level and getting advanced training? Hands nice and high, please. Who wants to become a property investor developer? Nice to see you, please. Well, that's so many of you. This is really, really, really important. So I will do something. I can only do it for some of you because we are literally limited on numbers. So I want you to be thinking, do I want advanced training? Do I want to be in a position where I'm financially free within the next 90 days? How are you going to do it? You're going to come and learn the Property Freedom Formula. It's just 7 simple steps that's going to take you from where you are now to where you want to be going. Let's have a look at the HMO Deal Analyzer, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you're going to analyze your deals. It's the deal analyzers that's going to tell you if a deal is a deal. Now remember, you walk out with this in the Property Millionaire Suite. This is Rosie and Dee. These are 2 of my fantastic graduates. Let's listen to Rosie and Dee and hear what they've got to say. They done 4 deals in 30 days, ladies and gentlemen. 4 deals in 30 days. They've